From Evenstead Arena in beautiful Monona, Wisconsin, this is Silver Eagle Basketball. Good evening, I'm Steve Martinelli, and tonight, the first round of the basketball playoffs as both these teams vie for a chance to play for the state championship. Silver Eagles versus the Portage Beavers. Portage comes into the conference 7-5 in Badger North, good for third place behind DeForest and Waunakee, 12-10 overall. The Silver Eagles are the favorites on paper, 9-3 in conference, second in the Badger South behind Stoughton, 18-4 overall, ranked number 10 in the state, and they come loaded with talent. However, the team is banged up. Not only are we missing Carson Weber and Lexi Roll, who were injured earlier in the season, tonight on the sidelines in street clothes, starting guard Kelsey Stinson, the second leading three-point shooter on the team with 39 on the season, and third leading scorer. She's also the Silver Eagles' top playmaker with 4 assists per game. She's going to be greatly missed tonight as we face one of the best players in the conference, if not in the state, Caitlin Hibner, an all-state pick from last year. She just got better. She was all-state last year, and she is that much better this year, averaging almost 22 points a game, a 52% field goal shooter, 77% from the line. She's hit 37 threes on the season. She leads the team in rebounding, assists, steals. She's everything in the Badger North, if not the state. She's going to be a handful, no doubt. You throw in some good supporting players, and they've got a heck of a team. Emily Nerrell and Melissa Leet provided some size. Leet, a 6'4" junior center. She was all-conference last year as a sophomore and came back and worked on her skills and now provides some nice counter play for Hibner's abilities. Silver Eagles, though, are not without some scorers of their own, of course. Freshman sensation McKenna Warnock leads the team with 19.3 points a game, including a team-high 48 three-pointers. And then, of course, there's Miss Everything, the second leading scorer in MG girls history, Autumn Ogden, averaging 16.5 a game, shooting a sparkling 49% from the field. Autumn also leads the team in rebounding. Let's see if she's up there in anything else. She's among the team leaders in steals, assists. She also's thrown down 17 blocks this season, so the Silver Eagles are with a lot of talent. We're going to ask a lot of players to step up in the absence of Stinson, and we've got a couple JV players brought up to varsity making their debut tonight. Peyton Blang, a 5'4" freshman guard, and Jordan Dahlhauser, a 5'8" sophomore forward. Both those names, Blang and Dahlhauser, should be familiar to you, both here on the basketball court and on the football field, as we've had Blangs and Dahlhausers playing in Monona Grove before. But tonight these two come up to varsity for the big time, fill out the bench a little bit, especially with all these injuries. Like I mentioned, Lexi Roll and Carson Weber, they've missed a significant number of games between the two of them. Carson's always been a good defensive player and rebounder, and Lexi showed the ability to shoot some threes in the little bit of time that she played varsity for the Silver Eagles. So hopefully they'll be back in uniform soon. But the big loss is going to be Stinson. We'll see how the Silver Eagles handle that. We mentioned Hibner and Leet for the Beavers. Their second leading scorer is Grace Wilson, a guard averaging 7.8 points a game. She's also second on the team with 3-point shots. Heidi Considine, 5 points a game. Emily Norell, 4.6 a game. Leet, the one to watch on defense, is she's had 61 blocks on the season. That's a big, big number. Silver Eagles, slightly less team blocks than Portage, but they outstrip them in just about every other category, offensively and defensively. Silver Eagles come into the game shooting 42% from the field, 31% from the line compared to 41 and 29 for the Beavers. Ought to be interesting, especially when we see who fills in place of Stinson. That's a big loss. I hope she's all right and can be back in the fold soon enough. The winner of this game will play tomorrow against the winner of Stoughton and whoever Stoughton plays. Doesn't really matter. Stoughton's going to win that one, if you ask me. Now we'll have player introductions first for the Beavers of Portage, coached by Peter Hibner. Number 3, 6-foot senior, Caitlin Hibner. Miss Everything. Number 10, 5'7" junior, Grace Wilson. 6 foot senior, number 23, Emily Nerrell. 5'10" junior Heidi Considine, number 25. And number 30, 5'11" senior Lori Sanders. So Hibner, Wilson, Nerl, Considine, and Sanders. Now for your Silver Eagle ladies.
At guard, a 5'11" senior, number 12, Autumn Ogden.
Number 14, 5'11" senior, one of our co-captains, Autumn Ogden.
A 6-foot freshman.
6-foot freshman, number 15, McKenna Warnock, the Silver Eagles' leading scorer.
At guard, a 5'9" senior, number 24.
Number 24, 5'9" senior, Gabby Merrill.
At center, a 6-foot junior.
6-foot junior, number 25, Maddie Knibule. And rounding out the starting lineup, 5'10" senior and one of our tri-captains, number 35, Kaylee Hinson. So for the Silver Eagles, that's Ogden, Warnock, Merrill, Knibule, and Hinson. Remember, they are without Kelsey Stinson. You're probably going to get tired of me saying that in this one. Hibner, Wilson, Merrill, Considine, and Sanders. Hibner and Wilson, the only ones scoring more than 5 points in this starting lineup. Autumn Ogden will jump center against Nerl, the 6-foot center. And they tip it to Warnock. Silver Eagles get the first possession of the game. Autumn Ogden right corner. Into the lane, and 2 for Autumn Ogden to start the Silver Eagles. These two teams played each other earlier this season, and we'll recap that in just a little bit. Maybe the first timeout. Hibner brings it up. Wilson is swinging around up top to Hibner. Sanders back to Hibner. Stolen by Ogden. Autumn in for the layup. For 2, Ogden with a quick 4 points to lead the Silver Eagles. 4-0 MG, we're 40 seconds into the game. Wilson. Out to Lori Sanders. Cross court to Hibner. Hibner thought about the 3, slapped by Gabby Merrill. Wilson called for the double dribble. No, a travel. So it'll be MG ball. So forcing the Beavers into a couple turnovers early. The Silver Eagles looking pretty dominant. Now, Hinson will bring it up for the Silver Eagles. Missing her backcourt mate, Kelsey Stinson. She'll give it to Melissa Warnock. Warnock, a talented freshman who can play any one of the 5 positions. They go inside to Ogden. Scoop underneath for 2, and 6 points already for Autumn Ogden. We're a minute and 15 seconds into the game. 6-0 MG. Portage has yet to get a shot off. They go inside for Considine. No, blocked by Knibule. Rebound Warnock. MG on the run. Hinson for 3. Boom! And a timeout called by the Beavers. Kaylee Hinson with a big 3-pointer. That's not Kaylee's best shot. She's only hit a third of her threes not even. Less than 20% of her threes this season. That was number 10 on the year for her, but that came at a big time to give the Silver Eagles a 9-0 lead. We still have 16:23 to play in the first half. A lot of time, a lot of game left here. These two teams played each other back on January 5th. The Silver Eagles victorious in that one, 63-51. They jumped out to a 19-point halftime lead and coasted to a victory in that one. In that game, Autumn Ogden did the damage. 19 points, 11 rebounds. Stinson had a big game with 5 assists. Warnock had 4 blocks, and how many points did McKenna have? 16. She was second on the team. Knibule had 10 points in that game. She chipped in big. All right, Silver Eagles drop into a box and 1, it appears. Kaylee Hinson guarding Hibner, and Ogden jumps that one and knocks it out of bounds in front of the scorer's table. Wilson inbounds to Hibner. Hibner, a 6-foot senior. A lot of Division I interest in her. I don't know if she's picked a school yet. She runs into a double team over to Wilson. Good defense by the Silver Eagles. Wilson, 15-footer, 2. Grace Wilson with the first points of the night for the Portage team. 9-2, MG on top. It's Kaylee Hinson to Warnock. Back to Hinson. Hinson into the lane, left-hander. 2 points for Kaylee Hinson. Kaylee's come up big here in the latter half of the season. She's got 5 points to start this one, and it's 11-2 MG lead, 15:20 to play in the first half. Up top to Wilson. Look for Hibner for 3. Nailed that one. 11-5. Hibner, a nice shot there. Squared that one up and nothing but net. Now Hinson to the free throw line. Almost lost the handle to Knibule. Over to Ogden. Autumn will take the 3. No good. Rebound slapped around. Merrill comes up with it, flips it to Ogden. Now Hibner bumps her, but no foul call. Autumn's going to take her one-on-one, go into the lane, left-hand scoop for 2. 8 points for Autumn Ogden. It's a 13-5 MG lead, 14:38 to play in the first half. Now Wilson to Hibner, another 3. Nailed that one. Hibner's hit back-to-back 3s now, 13-8. Hinson bringing it up for the Silver Eagles. 5-point MG lead. Hinson will take this one into the lane. No foul called, but gets the lay-in. 7 points for Kaylee Hinson. That's her season average. 15-8. MG leads, 14:05 to play. This is Grace Wilson with the ball over to Lori Sanders. Sanders almost lost it, almost stripped by Ogden. Considine for 3, no. Knibule going after the rebound, picked up by Sanders, flip it inside to Narrow for 2. Sloppy rebounding by the Silver Eagles, costing him that basket. Now Warnock just inside the free throw line, pops the 2. Warnock says, my turn, girls, and takes command of that one. 17-10, the Silver Eagles lead it, 13:30 to play. Wilson thought about the 3. Silver Eagles in that box and 1 that worked so well against Madison LaFollette. Remember, they held Megan Corcoran to 0 points before she fouled out. Now Wilson trying to go baseline, flipped it up and draws the first foul of the game. Let's see. Autumn Ogden called for her first foul. Grace Wilson to the line, shooting 2. 17-10 with 13-17 to play in the first half. Wilson, she's got 2 points already. Her first trip to the free throw line. Makes that one. Kaylee Kellogg and Lexi Nelson in for Gabby Merrill and Knibule. Leet into the game for Portage. And number 22, Mackenzie Roth, a 5'6" freshman. Wilson makes them both. Shooting 62% from the line on the season and makes that look easy. 17-12, the Silver Eagle lead is back to just 5 now. Hibner comes up with the steal. She'll give it to Leet and back to Hibner, who'll bring it across. Hibner, a long 3, drains it. Wow. That's 3 threes here in the first half for Hibner. It's now 17-15. Portage fighting back. Hinson to Lexi Nelson in the left corner, back to Kaylee Hinson. To Warnock. She's going to try to go inside by herself. Finds it blocked. Out to Kellogg, top of the key now. Hinson. 2-3 zone for the Beavers, with Hinson and Wilson on top, and a travel called on McKenna Warnock. 12:31 to play, a 17-15 game. Roth and Wilson will bring it up for the Beavers. They look inside for Leet, little right-hand hook for 2. I saw her working on that before the game, and that tied it up at 17. 12-14 to play in the game in the first half. Warnock back to Hinson. Hinson trying to drive right side, kick it back to Warnock. A long three from McKenna. Boom, baby. McKenna Warnock hits her first three of the game. She has 5 points, and it's a 20-17 MG lead. Now Grace Wilson dribbling off her foot, draws a foul. Kaylee Kellogg called for her first foul. Subs coming in for both teams. Kniebule will come in for Ogden. Hinson will sit down. Who else came in for us? Oh, Ogden came in. And knocked out of bounds, going back the other way for the Silver Eagles. 11:49 to play, a 20-17 MG lead. Lexi Nelson will bring it up for MG. Silver Eagles without Kelsey Stinson. They go right corners. Ogden drive into the lane, left hand scoop for two. 10 points for Autumn. 22-17. Silver Eagles shooting well to start this one. This is Hibner. You got to pick her up as soon as she crosses midcourt. Silver Eagles back into a man-to-man with Ogden on Hibner, all over her too. Great defense. She gets rid of it. It to Roth. Roth, a little spin move into the lane. Kick it out to Grace Wilson, left side. Grace, she'll drive into the lane. Try to put one up, and she draws the foul. I think they're going to get Lexi Nelson for this. Third foul against the Silver Eagles. Foul called on Kniebule. Her first foul. Wilson shooting two again. Remember, she's 2 for 2 already from the line. Perfect on that one. Yeah. Gabby Merrill will come in. Maddie Kniebule will take a seat. Maddie K. Wilson's second free throw coming up. Missing that one. Rebound, Ogden. Ogden, the leading rebounder for the Silver Eagles. 8.4 a game. Lexi Nelson, right side. She'll dribble up high. Scott Warnock back there with her. She'll try to drive over to Kaylee Kellogg. Kellogg to the free throw line, out to Warnock. Warnock guarded closely by Hibner. Into the lane. No good. Leak with the loose ball rebound. This is Roth, harassed by Nelson. Silver Eagles in the press now. They get it across to Leet. Leet drives in. Oh, man, was that an ugly layup. The girl has no right-hand shot on that side, apparently. Rebound, Lexi Nelson. Kaylee Kellogg for three. Miss. Rebound, Roth. No, kicked around. Picked up by Ogden. Where's the foul? We're going to get a first foul on Portage. I think that was 23, Emily Narrow. Her first foul, first team foul. Silver Eagles will inbound. They go up top to Ogden. What do we got? A foul going back the other side against Gabby Merrill. Fourth team foul against the Silver Eagles. I missed what happened there. Timeout called by Coach Eric Nelson of the Silver Eagles. MG on top, 22-18 with 10 minutes and 15 seconds to play in the first half. Silver Eagles come into tonight's game one of the top scoring teams in the state, 69.5 points a game. Portage quite a bit less than that, averaging just a shade over 51 points a game. It's Portage kind of an enigma. When I look at them, they appear to have a lot of talent, and I would expect their record to be better than it is, and their shooting to be better than it has been. Really, it's just Hibner having the great season, and she's been carrying them. The rest of the team, with the exception of Grace Wilson, is not that great as shooters, whereas the Silver Eagles have a number of deadly shooters. Unfortunately, one of them in street clothes tonight. But even without Kelsey Stinson, the Silver Eagles out to a 22-18 lead. Of that 18, Caitlin Hibber's got 9 of them. 3 threes, 3 consecutive threes she hit. All right, coming out of the timeout. Silver Eagles bring Hinson, Kniebule, Merrill, Warnock, and Ogden, their starting five. Leet, Nerl, Roth, Hibner, and who's that girl? Considine for the Beavers. Considine, left corner, no, tipped. Narrow tracks it down. Merrill has it stolen by Gabby Merrill, and they're going to call a reach-in foul on Gabby. Second foul on Gabby Merrill. Fifth team foul, and now Maddie Flanders is going to come in for Merrill. Long, tall Gabby Merrill, or Maddie Flanders, I mean. Listed at 5'9", but she plays much bigger than that. Now Hinson on Hibner, watch her. She cuts in baseline. Cutting to the basket is Roth for two. Nice move by Mackenzie Roth, her first field goal. 22-20, 9:45 to play. Ogden, kick it out to Flanders, 18-footer, no. Rebound Warnock. She'll go back up with it and draws the foul. I think they're going to get Hibner for her first. Yep, first one on Hibner, and that'll send McKenna Warnock to the line. McKenna, a 72% free throw shooter. Only the second foul against Portage. Warnock with 5 points already. There's one more. Warnock's free throw shooting has improved as the season's gone on. She's been really strong in the last couple weeks. 23-20. 24-20 as Warnock hits them both. She has 7 points. 24-20, 9:35 to play in the first half. Grace Wilson bringing it up for the Beavers. She'll take a long three. Nope. Rebound. Knocked out of bounds. They're going to say it's Portage ball. Heidi Considine taking the inbound to Wilson. Back to Considine. Considine for three. Nice shot there. 24-23. These girls can shoot. Both teams putting on a display here. Ogden, 10-footer for two. Autumn doesn't miss that mid-range shot at all. She has 12 points, and it's a 26-23 MG lead halfway through the first quarter, or first half. 9 minutes to play. Considine cross court. She throws it into the MG student section. I don't know if she was looking for Hibner there or what, but she's launched that one. Now, Kaylee Kellogg will come in for Maddie Knibule. Flanders will move inside. Hinson bringing it up for the Silver Eagles. Guarded by Hibner. Hinson, nice move to the basket. Can't finish it though. Ogden with the rebound. Hibner blocks the jump ball, blocks the Ogden shot. They call a jump ball, and Silver Eagles will inbound under their own basket. Autumn Ogden doing a nice job. No, they're going to say Portage gets the ball. (26-23) with 8.5 minutes to play in the half. Hibner bringing it up against Ogden. A 1-3-1 zone. Silver Eagles mixing up their defenses a lot already. They get Hibner left corner. Working against Kaylee Kellogg. She'll go up top to Considine. Excuse me, that's Nerl. They give it off to Hibner up top. She'll call a timeout. 8:09 to play in the first half, a 26-23 MG lead. Whew. Hectic start to the game, very fast-paced. A lot of talent on this Portage team. I mentioned Caitlin Hibner being All-State. Leet and Narrow were honorable mention All-Conference picks. They graduated Jenna Miles, who averaged 7 points a game last year. All right, the timeout calls them back out on the floor. We've got Hinson, Flanders, Kellogg, Warnock, and Ogden. The Silver Eagles drop into their box and one again with Hinson covering Warnock, or covering Hibner. This worked really well for him early on. Elite will take a three. Nope. Rebound Warnock. Flanders back to Hinson up top. They'll set up the MG offense. They'll try to work against Hibner. Over to Warnock. Warnock can take Grace Wilson. They can look inside for Ogden. Turnaround jumper. 2 for Autumn Ogden. Autumn Ogden with 7 points, 7 field goals, all inside. 14 points, 28-23 MG leads. Wilson to Sanders. They swing it around back to Wilson, left side. No. Rebound Ogden. Autumn on the run. 7:15 to play. Warnock for 3. That's off. I could see Flanders gets the rebound. Knocked out of bounds. It's MG ball. Sanders knocked it out of Flanders' hand. Sanders knocked it out of Flanders' handers. 7:10 to play. 28-23. The MG Silver Eagle ladies with the lead. They inbound to Ogden, left corner. She'll drive into the lane. Drop it over to Warnock. Coming up right side. Knocked out of bounds. They're going to say Warnock touched it last. I think Leet got a hand on it. That Leet is a large young woman, 6'4". Gabby Merrill will come in for Flanders. Yeah, Hibner bringing it up for the Silver Eagles. Picked up in that 1-3-1 zone again. Silver Eagles mixing things up. They got Hibner out on the left side all alone. She'll take the 3. Missed that one. Sanders with the putback and draws the foul. I think they're going to get Hinson. Nope, Gabby Merrill called for her 3rd foul. Now Nelson and Kniviel ready to come in. Sanders' first trip to the line. Makes that one. Sanders hitting 59% on the season from the line. Nelson and Kniviel in for Hinson and Merrill. Sanders, that was her first point of the game. She averages 4 a game. Second free throw coming up. That one misses. Rebound Warnock. She's on the run. She wants this all by herself. Stopped and popped from the free throw line. No. Rebound Kniviel. 2 for Maddie Kay. Big rebound. Reaching up with her right hand, pulling it down, going right back up with it. That's the way they teach them. Maddie Kay with a nice 2-pointer. Stolen by Ogden. Ahead to Warnock. Dunk it, Mac. She'll stop, and she'll put it up for 2. So the Silver Eagles turning a couple turnovers into points. 32-24 with 6:15 to play in the half. This is Mackenzie Roth guarded by Kellogg. Silver Eagles in a man-to-man now. They go to Leet in the left corner. She'll take the 3. Nope, tipped. Kniviel ties up Hibner, and the jump ball goes to the Silver Eagles. Kniviel showing some muscle there. 6 minutes to play in the first half. 32-24, the Silver Eagles. Looking pretty good so far. Makes you wonder what the score would be like if they had Kelsey Stinson out there popping their 3s. Now Lexi will get it across right corner. Kellogg back to Lexi up top. Silver Eagles content to take some time off after the fast start to this game. Now Warnock will take it. Cross court, I don't know where she was throwing that one there. We had Kellogg cutting underneath, and Warnock didn't see her make her move, and the Silver Eagles throw it away. So Grace Nelson will bring it up for the Portage Beavers. Drives to the left side, looking for some help. Sanders, right side, they go underneath the Grace Wilson all alone, and she missed the bunny. She gets it back, goes up with it, and she's called for the travel. Oh, Grace with a golden opportunity there, blew that one. Missed that badly. And now Kaylee Hinson, I can't talk. Hinson will come in for Ogden now. She'll drop back. It's Lexi Nelson will move to the forecourt. Nelson and Kellogg will drop into the corners. Wilson will take a seat. Number 25, Heidi Considine will come in. Both teams substituting liberally. They're used to having multiple player rotations this late in the season. Hinson into the lane, dump it back to Warnock. 3-ball. 3-ball! Warnock hitting her second 3 of the game. She has 12 points. She and Ogden both in double figures early on. Now Hibner driving right side, floats one up. Doesn't get it, but draws the foul. Kaylee Hinson called for her first foul. That'll send Hibner to the line where she's a 77% free throw shooter. She has 9 points already, all on threes. An 11-point MG lead is now cut to 10. Number 23, Emily Narrow coming in, taking Leet's place. Hibner makes them both. She has 11 points. It's a 35-26 MG lead. Now full court pressure, and Hibner comes up with the steal, slaps it to Sanders, and Sanders is fouled by Warnock. And we're in the bonus, so Sanders will shoot the 1-and-1. First foul on Melissa Warnock. Flanders will come back in for Knibule. Sanders to the line where she's 1 out of 2. And Ogden will come in for Kellogg. So Nelson, Hinson, Warnock, Flanders, and Ogden for the Silver Eagles. Sanders shooting the 1-and-1. Missing that one. Rebound Autumn Ogden. Autumn bringing it up for the Silver Eagles now. Dump it over to Warnock. Hinson, high left, back to Warnock, back to Hinson. She'll take the 3. Nope. Rebound by Considine. She's under pressure. Stolen by Hinson. Give it back to Ogden. And a timeout called by Coach Eric Nelson. Silver Eagles had 4 girls down on the press, all, well, quad teaming Considine, and Ogden came up with the loose ball after she got picked, and Coach Nelson calling a timeout to set something up here. 4:33 to play in the first half. 35-26, the Silver Eagles lead. Autumn Ogden having just a splendid game so far. 14 points. I don't know how many rebounds she's got, but she's well on her way to hitting her season average of 8.4. Warnock having a good game too, and Kaylee Hinson. Kaylee showing a little spark. Of course, she has played well the second half of the season. Her defense has been just shut down awesome. I really like how Coach Nelson is mixing up his defenses too. It's like every time down the floor, we've got a different look. Hinson up top to Warnock. Warnock into the lane, right-hander. No. Sanders lost it out of bounds. It's MG ball. Battling Flanders. So now Warnock will inbound for the Silver Eagles. Lexi Nelson in the left corner. Up top to Hinson. Hinson lost it. Hibner comes up with the loose ball. She's down the floor in a hurry. Puts up the right-hander. No. Gets her own rebound and puts it up. No, can't get that. Flanders with the rebound. The Portage has missed a couple bunnies here. Ogden for 3. No. Lexi with the save. Now held ball, and it'll go to Portage. Good hustle there by Lexi, but I cannot believe Hibner missing 2 bunnies like that. She missed the ball on the fast break, got her own rebound, and missed putting it back up again. Now Kellogg will come in for Flanders. Knibule will come in for Lexi Nelson. 3:51 to play, a 9-point MG lead, 35-26. Wilson bringing it up for the Beavers. Narrow to Considine to Hibner for 3. Hibner dropped that one in. She's money. That's her 4th 3 of the night. 35-29, 3.5 minutes to play. This is Hinson. Ogden in the right corner, into the lane, dump it back to Maddie Kay. Maddie Kay almost walked with it. She'll go up top to Hinson. Hinson into the corner to Warnock. Left side. 3 for Warnock. She's got 3. 3 threes. 15 points. 38-29, 3 minutes to play. Hibner out to Wilson. Right side. They go inside and stolen by Ogden. Ogden playing an outstanding game so far. Hinson to the free throw line, kick it back to Warnock. They're going to watch her. She'll take the long 3. Oh my goodness. Oh my. That was college level easily. She was a good 6 feet outside the circle and dropped that one in. 41-29 MG lead. Considine for 2 from the free throw line. Considine has 5 points. 41-31, 10-point MG lead. Ogden, right baseline, and called for the travel. I think she knew she's did it. She's looking for Maddie Kay and couldn't get the pass off in time. Now Leet will come into the game for Portage. 41-31, 2:08 to play in the first half. This is Grace Wilson, the point guard. Over to Considine, left side. Step inside the three-point line. Miss, rebound, Warnock. Nothing but air ball there. Now Warnock down the floor in a hurry. Will stop. Over to Kellogg, left side, up top to Warnock. Back to Kellogg, high left side to Hinson up top. Hinson guarded by Hibner. She'll try to cut into the lane, kick it back to Autumn Ogden for 3. No, rebound Considine. Hands off to Hibner. Minute and a half to play in the half. A 10-point MG lead, 41-31. Hibner will give it to Considine to Leeton in the left corner. They go inside to Considine. Blocked by Warnock. She smothered that shot. She'll take off on the run. She'll take the 3. 3-ball! Warnock putting on a show. I think we know who the best player, the best freshman in the state is. 5 threes for Warnock in the first half. Remember, earlier this season, she held the school record with 7 in a game for a short time until Kelsey Stinson hit 8 against La Follette. 44-31, the biggest lead of the game. Leet, turnaround right-hander, gets the basket and the foul and a chance for a 3-point play. Foul on Maddie Kay, her second. Leet to the line for the first time. Leet shooting 58% from the line. Her first trip and trying to make the 3-pointer. Missing it, rebound, who else? Autumn Ogden. 44-33, under a minute to play. 45 seconds to be more accurate. Now the Silver Eagles will lay back and play for that last shot. Sitting tighty with the 11-point lead. We're down to 35 seconds. So who do you give it to? With all these talented shooters on the floor, every one of these girls can pop. Kellogg, Maddie Kay, Autumn Ogden, Hinson, Warnock. Warnock's doing the damage in the first half, although Ogden's been deadly too. We're under 20 seconds to play. We'll let it run down to about 7 or 8, 15 seconds. 10 seconds, here we go. Down to 6, down to 5, Hinson. Kick it back to Warnock, a long 3. No, off the back of the rim, and we'll go to the locker room. The Silver Eagles leading the Portage Beavers 44-33 at halftime. Stay tuned for the second half of Silver Eagle basketball. I'm Steve Martinelli. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the second half of Silver Eagle basketball. The Silver Eagle girls leading the Portage Beavers 44-33 in a thrilling first half. I just got word in the other half of the bracket here. Stoughton is leading Monroe at halftime 32-22. The winners of these two games will meet. Should it be Stoughton, we'll probably be playing down at Stoughton tomorrow. Should Monroe pull out a win and the Silver Eagles win, of course, we'd be here. Let's run down the scoring for the first half. First for the Portage Beavers, Kaylin Hibner proving she's everything she's billed as. 14 points, including 4 3-point shots. Let's see, 5 for Grace Wilson and Heidi Considine. 4 from Melissa Leet, 2 from Mackenzie Roth, Emily Nerrell, and a single free throw for Lori Sanders. The Beavers shooting 6 out of 10 free throws in the first half. Silver Eagles only 2 trips to the free throw line in the first half, hitting them both. They're led in scoring by an outstanding effort. McKenna Warnock hitting 5 threes in that first half, totaling 21 points. We mentioned she held the school record for a few days with 7 in a game. She's well on her way to breaking the school record of 8 held by Kelsey Stinson. Also scoring for the Silver Eagles in that first half, Autumn Ogden with 14 points. 7 for Kaylee Hinson, and 2 for Maddie Kniebule. In foul trouble, Kniebule with 2 fouls, 3 fouls for Gabby Merrill. Nobody on the Portage side with foul trouble, as they had only 2 fouls in that first half. How do you go a whole half with only 2 fouls? That's something. This Portage team is a young bunch. They've only got 3 seniors. They've got 5 underclassmen, 2 sophomores and 3 freshmen playing. In fact, who have we seen so far? Mackenzie Roth is just a freshman. We haven't seen either of the sophomores play. The seniors are Sanders, Nerrell, and Hibner, all big contributors. All right, the MG boys finishing up their regular season last night with a victory over Fort Atkinson. I don't even remember the name of the score of that game. Let me look here. 55-44. Hayden Mueller and Lucas Nelson leading the way for the Silver Eagles with 15 points apiece. Jake Schrockenthaler with 10 points. Silver Eagles move on to the first round of regionals Friday night when they take on, who do they take on? The Oregon Panthers, who just beat them a week ago, so that ought to be a really tough matchup. Silver Eagles with the number 4 seed, Oregon the number 5, and then the winner of that goes against number 1 Waunakee. And when I say number 1, I mean in the state number 1. But we've got 18 minutes to play here before we worry about what happens next to boys or girls. Silver Eagles with a 44-33 lead. Remember that first matchup, MG had a big first half when they scored 42 points and held Portage to 23, but then Portage came back strong and cut the Silver Eagles scoring in half, holding us to 21 in that second half. Couldn't quite score enough. Hibner had 4 3-pointers in that game, 22 points total. Silver Eagles in their first meeting had 8 3-pointers. Who was the big gun for us that night? Ogden had 3, Warnock had 2. They're the big guns here again tonight, as you'd expect. Portage has some good size. They probably match up best against MG, better than almost everybody we've played this year. Of course, the Silver Eagles without Kelsey Stinson, certainly a game changer, but managing to get that 11-point lead in the first half. They actually led by, I believe, as much as 13. All right, we're just about ready to start the second half here. If you're watching this game live on YouTube, congratulate yourself. You're one of probably 10 people. And maybe we'll get somebody on that other camera, huh? All right, there's the buzzer. Teams will be heading out shortly. Oh, kids. This is what turns your hair gray, Justin. Trying to get kids to work the cameras. All right, we're ready to go for the Silver Eagles. It's Warnock, Merrill, Hinson, Ogden, and Maddie Kay. They're starting 5. Silver Eagles will have the ball to begin the second half. Nerrell, Sanders, Wilson, Considine, and Hibner for the Beavers. 1-3-1 zone, it appears. Ogden, 10-footer, dumps it down. Autumn does not miss those. Autumn with 16 now. Wilson faked the 3. Considine throws it over the head. Nerrell throws it over the head of Considine, picked up by Hinson. 46-33. 13-point lead for the Silver Eagles. This is Hinson working against Hibner. Ogden fake the three, drives right side, needs some help now. Looking for some help, finds Maddie Kay. Cross court to Warnock. Hinson left side. Over to Ogden. She'll take the three. In and out. Merrill tips it to Knibule. Maddie Kay can't get it to drop. Gabby gets the rebound again, this time to Autumn. This one's easy for Autumn. She does those in her sleep. Autumn with 18 points. She starts the second half fast like she did the first half. 48-33, a 15-point lead, biggest of the game. This is Grace Wilson with the ball for the Beavers. Narrow for three, no. Maddie Kay with the rebound. Maddie Kay's really matured as a rebounder since she was a wide-eyed freshman playing varsity. Hinson, left-hand spin move, no. Rebound Considine, and she draws a foul. I think this is going to be Gabby Merrill's fourth foul. First of the half against the Silver Eagles, and Gabby will come out, and Kaylee Kellogg will come in. Kellogg, a freshman, brought up from junior varsity when 6 games into the season, proven to be a pretty good three-point shooter. She's hit 13 of them on the season. Now Wilson will take the three. Nope. Rebound, Maddie Kay. 16-12 to play. 48-33, Hinson, dump it back to Warnock. Remember, Warnock's got 5 threes already, a little behind the back. Dump it into Maddie Kay. Maddie lost it out of bounds, and it's Portage ball. 16:03 to play, 48-33. Hibner bringing it up. Watch Hibner touch the ball almost every possession now. Wilson over to Sanders, right side. They go inside to Hibner. Hibner high right side. Cross court to Considine. Missed the three. Ogden with the rebound. Wraparound pass to Warnock, who'll bring it across. 15.5 minutes to play. Warnock into the lane. Right-hander, no. Maddie Kay with the rebound. She'll put it back up. Can't get it. Tipped. Sanders comes up with the ball. Throws it over to Wilson, and she'll bring it up for the Portage Beavers. Back to Sanders, right side. Cross court to Nerl. Up top to Wilson. Where's Hibner's touch? They've got Kaylee Hinson all over Hibner. No miss. Rebound, Warnock. Silver Eagles set up their offense. 15 minutes to play in the game. Autumn Ogden, a three. Missed. Rebound, Considine. Steal by Hinson. She'll put up the right-hander. Off the glass for 2. Kaylee Hinson with 9 points. 50-33, a 17-point lead. 14:44 to play. This is Hibner working against Considine, or against Hinson, and a foul called on Kaylee Hinson. Second foul against Kaylee, second team foul. Now Ogden and Maddie Kay will sit down. Flanders and Lexi Nelson will come in. Leet will come in for Portage. So the Silver Eagles go small, Beavers go big. Wilson inbounds. This is Mackenzie Roth, the freshman, top of the key, guarded by another freshman, Kellogg. Good defense by Kaylee. Over to Hibner. Silver Eagles in a man-to-man. Lexi Nelson picks up Hibner. She'll take the three. Oh, man, that's her 5th three of the game. She stepped back and just nailed that one. We're seeing a clinic today between Warnock and Hibner. 50-36 with 14:10 to play. Hinson into the lane. No. Rebound, Leet. She'll hand off to Hibner, who'll bring it across for Portage. Portage in the lane, right side, puts one up. Can't get it to go. Gets the rebound and gets hammered. I think we're going to get Lexi Nelson with this foul. Hibner, not a strong finisher around the rim. I'm really surprised by that, seeing as she's a 52% free throw shooter. Lexi called for her first foul, 3rd team foul. Hibner to the line. She's 3 for 3 now with that make. 18 points for the senior guard. Now Hinson will sit down and Ogden will come in. 50-37, another free throw coming up for Hibner. 50-38. Hibner with 19. Remember, she averages 21.7. Ogden gets it across for the Silver Eagles. Breaks the Portage press. Ogden puts one up. Can't get it to drop, though. Gets the rebound, though. Over to Flanders. 10-footer. No. Tipped again. Hibner comes up with it. Hibner will bring it up, working against Autumn Ogden. They go in the man-to-man. Their best defender against Hibner. They go into lead. Taken away by Warnock. Lead tipped it a little bit, and Warnock just snatched it away from her. She dribbles it across the timeline. She'll step back, give it to Kaylee Kellogg for three. Boom, baby! Kaylee Kellogg, the best to you each morning. 53-38, Kellogg's first three of the game. 7 for the Silver Eagles all told. Hibner trying to drive left side, blocked by two Silver Eagles. Stolen by Warnock and Ogden. Ahead to Lexi Nelson. She'll pull back now. 53-38, 12:50 to play. Warnock for three. Not going to get that one. Rebound, Mackenzie Roth. She brings it across for Portage. Into the lane. And a kick called by by Kellogg. She lifted her leg. I don't think she caught any of the ball at all. Considine in for Wilson. Lee will inbound, and Maddie Kay ready to come in for the Silver Eagles. Maddie Kay and Kaylee Hinson coming in. Kellogg and who's Lexi? Nope, Maddie Flanders will sit down. Joining Warnock, Ogden, and Lexi Nelson. Now they'll switch. Kaylee Hinson will guard Hibner. Considine had the shot there and draws the foul. Maddie Kay called for her third foul, fourth team foul. No fouls on Portage in this half, only 2 in the whole game. Considine to the line for the first time tonight. Gets that one. Considine comes in hitting 55% of her free throws. Narrow will sit down, and 15, Clara Beck will come in, a 5'10 junior, her first appearance of the game. Considine can't get that one. Rebound Ogden. Lexi Nelson, the three ball, no, long. Ogden wins the race to the rebound. She gets the most offensive rebounds of anybody I've seen. Now she throws it inside, slapped away. Maddie Kay gets tied up, and the possession arrow says Portage gets the ball. Good hustle by the Silver Eagles. Just Maddie Kay couldn't quite take it away from Clara Beck. 53-39. Silver Eagles will drop off their press. Go back into that box and one with Hinson covering Hibner. Considine swings it around. They give it back to Beck. High left side. Narrow. No, Mackenzie Roth that was for three. Roth has 5 points. 53-42. Just an 11-point lead now. Nelson to Warnock in the right corner. She'll go up top to Hinson. Hinson will set the MG offense again. Now she'll drive into the lane, puts up a right-hander and draws a foul and will go to the line for 2 free throws. 2-5. Considine called for her first foul, just the first team foul. Kaylee Hinson to the line. Hinson, a 44% free throw shooter. Ouch, missed that one. She's got 9 points already tonight. Be nice to get her into double figures. Right here. Thank you. 10 points for Kaylee. Kellogg in for Knibuel. 54-42, 11:40 to play. Hibner bringing it up against Kaylee Hinson. She'll stop and take the three. Missing that one. Rebound Hinson. Long rebound and nobody there to track that one down. So Kaylee says, I'll take it. Good hustle though. Dump it over to Warnock. Comes around left side. Nelson, she'll dribble up top. Give it off to Hinson. 11:14 to play in the game. The Silver Eagles sitting on top with a 12-point lead. Hinson. Warnock, top of the key. Boom. Just a 2-pointer. 23 points for Warnock, I believe. My maths are good. 56-42, the Silver Eagle lead, most importantly. Who cares how many points she gets if they win the game? Hibner harassed by Hinson. They get it to Leet. And a foul away from the ball on Kaylee Hinson. That's her third foul. So, 5th team foul on the Silver Eagles. We're in the bonus now. This is Leet up high. Stolen by Warnock. Picked it right out of her hands. Goes in for the left-hand layup and 2 points for Melissa Warnock. I've got Warnock for 25 now. Just a brilliant game for the freshman. She comes into tonight's game averaging 19 a game now. Hibner missing the 3. Rebound Hinson. Hinson will walk it up. Silver Eagles can afford to take their time on offense now. Hinson, nice dribbling. Left-hander for 2. Kaylee Hinson having a great game tonight, picking up some slack from Kelsey Stinson. 12 points for the senior guard. 60-42, the biggest lead of the night. 18 points with just under 6 minutes to play. They loop inside for Leap, left-hand hook, and she slaps it out of bounds. Leet's got the tools, but she's rough. She's very raw. And a timeout called by the Beavers. 9 minutes and 50 seconds to play. 60-42, the Silver Eagles on top. Kaylin Hibner forcing up a couple threes here in the second half. She hasn't been all that accurate in those threes. Silver Eagles, on the other hand, not shooting a lot of threes, but making their 2-pointers. As I've got McKenna Warnock with 25 points already and 18 for Autumn Ogden. And hey, surprise, surprise, Kaylee Hinson with 12 points. Kaylee's career high is 16. Let's see who she scored that against. Bear with me. I've got her for 17 versus Edgewood, 16 versus Milwaukee King. She had 10 against the game against Fort Atkinson last week. Winner of this will take on the winner of Stoughton and Monroe. And like we said, Stoughton leading by 10 at halftime. Stoughton, the number 1 seed, I would expect they would win handily. Should that be the case, the winner of this game will travel down to Stoughton for a game tomorrow. That'll be a good one, regardless of which team plays, and I hope it's the Silver Eagles. I hope so. All right, 60-42, 9:50 to play. The Silver Eagles against the Portage Press. That's the name of their newspaper, I believe. Hinson trying to break the press. Double team, gets it to Warnock. Almost fouled, they better get it across soon. They get it to Stinson, tipped to Lexi Nelson. I couldn't see Lexi behind the student section as they're on their feet. I thought it went out of bounds. They give it to Hinson up top. Under 9.5 to play. Warnock right side high. They'll take some time off the clock. Comfortable with the 18-point lead. Now Warnock will drive right side. Gets the basket and the foul. 27 points for Warnock and a chance for the 3-point play. Mackenzie Roth called for her first foul. Warnock to the line where she's 2 for 2. Ooh, Warnock nails that one to complete the 3-point play. 63-42, a 19-point lead. Wilson in for Considine. 21-point lead, biggest lead of the game with 9:15 to play. Hibner bringing it up for the Beavers. She'll stop. Ooh, almost stolen by Warnock, but Sanders recovers it. Back to Hibner, right side. Guarded by Ogden. Now Warnock helps him. Hibner in for 2. That's just her first field goal, her 2-point field goal of the game. Now Warnock gets it in against Sanders. We're under 9 minutes to play, 63-44, MG on top. Hinson breaks the double team to Warnock. Free throw line, Lexi Nelson. Left corner, Kellogg back to Lexi. High right side. Lexi to Kellogg. Give it to Warnock. Take that three, Mac. There she goes. Nope. Rebound Lexi Nelson. Give it back to her. Let her take another one. They go to Kellogg. Right corner. She'll dribble out high and give it off to Nelson. Silver Eagles playing just a little keep away here. Eating up some of this clock. We're down to 8:10. Kellogg will give it to Warnock. Warnock, step back. Oh, I thought she'd pop that three. Now they look inside to Ogden, and she gets the 2 and the foul. That's an even 20 points for Ogden and a chance to add one more. Foul on Grace Wilson, her first foul. Nobody on Portage has more than one foul. Autumn Ogden to the line, where she's a 64% free throw shooter. Her first trip to the line, and it's perfect. Silver Eagles 5 out of 6 from the line. Got to make your free throws. 66-44, a 22-point lead now. 7:50 to play. Hibner into the lane, right-hander. No, tipped. Roth to Wilson for 3, and Wilson nails the 3. Her first 3 of the game. 11 points. 8 points for Wilson. Warnock gets it into Ogden. She beats Wilson across the timeline. Looking for some help now. There's her good pal, McKenna Warnock. Right corner, Hinson. She'll dribble up high. 7:20 to play. Nelson, 66-47, a 19-point MG lead. Lexi working against Roth. Excuse me, that was Beck. Kellogg to Warnock. 7 minutes to play. Time slipping away from the Beavers. Warnock take the 3, missing that one. Rebound Roth. Roth is pretty good. I like her. She's a heady player for just a freshman. No, she's no McKenna Warnock, of course, but she's not bad. She's a good ball handler. They go inside, and Warnock comes up with a steal. Driving up the left side, foul from behind from Sanders. No foul called. Ogden hits the open 2. I'm going to start another column for all of Ogden's field goals. She's hit 11 of them so far. 68-47, under 6.5 to play. Hibner into the lane for 2. Hibner led Portage in scoring in all but one game she played in. She was injured for 4 games, and Portage went 1-3 without her. So they are definitely a different team. In their wins, she averaged 25 a game, and their losses 18. This is going to be one of those high-scoring losses for her. She had 34 in their last game against Milton, but unable to overcome the double-headed monster that is Warnock and Ogden. There's Warnock. Nice move inside. I've got Warnock for 30 maybe. Roth for 2. Roth has 7 points now. It's a 70-51 MG lead. They throw it off Sanders. It's MG ball. 5:29 to play. Gabby Merrill coming back into the game. She'll take Lexi Nelson's spot. So for the Silver Eagles, it's Hinson, Warnock, Ogden, Merrill, and Kellogg. 2 freshmen out there along with 3 seniors. Silver Eagles playing this well without Kelsey Stinson, one of their best players. A 4-year starter. Warnock to Hinson. They break the press. Now Hinson will let the defense catch up, or the offense catch up with her. Kellogg right side, back to Hinson. 5:10 to play. 70-51. 5 minutes to play. Ogden, right side. Into the lane. Nice pass to Merrill. Gabby for 2. First points of the game for Gabby Merrill. 72-51, 4:45. Time slipping away. Wilson guarded by Warnock. Wilson gets tied up by Warnock, and the jump ball goes to the Silver Eagles. Wilson could have been called for a carry. That dribble was up around her eyes. Now Hannah Anderson in for Portage. So they're starting to sub a little more. You can see the season starting to slip away. Ogden ahead to Kellogg. Kaylee, nice pass down low to Merrill. Wrap around to Ogden. Autumn for 2 more. 25 points for Ogden. She and Warnock are just spectacular tonight, picking up the slack from the injured Kelsey Stinson. Hibner thought about the 3, still wants it. Grace Wilson. Stolen by Ogden. Silver Eagles on the run. Ahead to Gabby Merrill. Gabby going baseline. Kick it back to Ogden. Warnock almost lost it and draws a foul instead. Hibner will get called for her second foul. Second foul on Hibner, just the 4th team foul. You can see Hibner getting a little frustrated now. Flanders in for Ogden. Autumn having a spectacular game. Hinson in. Hinson guarded by Hibner. Hinson driving into the lane, kick it up top to Warnock. Warnock has only tried a couple threes here in the second half. Remember, she made 5 of them in the first half. She'll take a minute here. Now she drives right side, can't get it to drop. Gets the rebound though, goes right back up with it, gets the basket and the foul. Warnock having the game of her life. Foul on Anderson, her first. Warnock had a high of 33 earlier in the season. 15, 29. I've got her for 32 right now. Hibner will sit down with 3:26 as the coach, her dad, is calling uncle. McKenna Warnock will come out shortly after this free throw, I would imagine. 76-51, a 25-point MG lead with 3:26 to play. Warnock hits that one. Unofficially, I've got her for 33 now. Yeah, 33 for Warnock. Ties her career high. Hinson will sit down as well as Maddie Kay and Lexi Nelson come in. Wow, Silver Eagles looking just dominating tonight. Wilson inside the lead, through her legs, picked up by Lexi Nelson. Ahead to Gabby Merrill, lost it, saved by Flanders. Gabby gets it over to Maddie Kay, up top to Lexi Nelson. 3 minutes to play, they go to Flanders, back to Nelson. Nelson to the top of the key, over to Maddie Kay, left side, right side. This is Lexi again with the ball up top. Over to Flanders, up top to Kellogg. Back to Flanders. Sam Pickle ready to come into the game for MG. Remember, all of this without Kelsey Stinson on the floor for a second tonight. Kellogg to Flanders, and a timeout called by Coach Eric Nelson. 2:32 to play, a 77-51 MG lead. This one all but over. We're just playing out the next 2.5 minutes, and Silver Eagles will go on to play the winner of Stoughton versus Monroe. I'll give you one hint, which team's going to win that one. So we'll be traveling down to Stoughton tomorrow to take on the Vikings. Stoughton giving the Silver Eagles a hard time twice this season. Let me find those scores for you. Let's see, our first loss was December 1st against Stoughton when they beat us 67-60. And then they came back later in the season down at Stoughton, January 19th, and really put it to the Silver Eagles. Our worst loss of the season, 70-40. Since then, the Silver Eagles have been on a tear. Their shooting has been just outstanding. Lexi Nelson with the dribble. Into the lane to Maddie Kay. Almost slapped away. Sam Pickle back to Lexi. 2:15 to play. Nelson drives. Maddie Kay, kick it back to Kellogg. Flanders Oh, and Leet grabs Maddie and knocks her to the ground. Leet picks up her first foul. And Flanders will go to the line for 1-1. Wilson will come out. Number 22, who is that? Mackenzie Roth in. Flanders to the line. No, one more foul. Then we're shooting. Flanders will inbound up top. In the backcourt, Lexi Nelson, 2 minutes to play. 77-51. Flanders to Nelson, almost stolen by 33. Who was that? Morgan Bish, a 5'8 freshman. Silver Eagles have not shot in the last couple minutes here, just kind of dribbling out the clock here. Nelson to Maddie Kay to Kellogg. Up top to Flanders. Minute and a half to play here. The Silver Eagles will advance to the next round. Flanders out to Nelson. Cross court to Pickle. Up top to Kellogg. Kellogg almost drew the foul there. Now Nelson into the lane. Maddie Kay, Kellogg, Pickle. Flanders, Silver Eagles doing a nice job of ball handling here. Of course, they are against reserves and in a blowout game, a 26-point lead. Man, I expected this game to be much tougher than this. Monona Grove led the entire way. 6 quick points by Autumn Ogden in the first minute and 15 seconds set the tone. And Silver Eagles never led. We're down to 55 seconds now. Sam Pickle foul will go to the line for 1-1. Sam, first trip to the line. Leet called for her second foul. Pickle to the line with a chance to get her name in the scorebook. There we go, Sam. Sam Pickle's really come on strong. Hey, the 2 JV players, Dahlhauser and Blang, will come into the game for Nelson and Kellogg. Good for them to get a taste of some varsity play here in the playoffs. 78-51. Kaylee Kellogg's had a nice season. She sits down with 3 points. She's given some good minutes off the bench. Sam hits them both. 2 points for the senior. She's played well the second half of the season. 79-51, 50 seconds to play. Lead with the ball up high, guarded by Maddie Kay. This is Roth. 3 ball, nope. Leet with the putback. No, that wasn't Leet, that was some other big girl, Allie Walker. They got some tall girls on this team. 25 seconds to play. Flanders to Dahlhauser. Dahlhauser to Blang. Almost lost it. Over to Flanders. Flanders into the lane, kicks it, saves it from going out of bounds, picked up by Roth. 10 seconds to play. And, of course, Portage throws it away. There's the game in a microcosm. The Silver Eagles just trying to eat some clock and sit on the lead, and Portage comes up with the steal and throws it away. 7 seconds, so the Silver Eagles will go on to face most likely Stoughton down in Stoughton High School tomorrow. Game time will be announced shortly, I would imagine. And there we go, the Silver Eagles, big winners over Portage, 79-51. Huge game for McKenna Warnock, 33 points. I've got Autumn Ogden with 26. 8, 9, 12 points for Kaylee Hinson. Big night for those 3. And holding Caitlin Hibner, let's see, 15, 19, 23 points. A little over her average, but the Silver Eagles doing an outstanding job tonight and winning this one 79-51 over the Portage Beavers. Thank you so much for watching MG Girls Basketball this season. We'll be back here with the boys next Friday night when they take on the Oregon Panthers. Come on out and support the MG Girls tomorrow at Stoughton. That ought to be a lot of fun. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Steve Martinelli. Don't forget to listen to WVMO, the voice of Monona, 98.7, just a little bit above normal. Thank you. Good night.